Message for today: be careful with what you consume. And when I say that, I don't mean just with food and beverages. I mean, be careful with what you consume through your eyes, what you consume through your ears, what you consume with your energy, right? What you allow into your inner self. Because all of those things that we consume, we become. Just like they say, you are what you eat, you are what you consume. And just like your social media algorithm, when you try to fine tune it so that you can see more of what you want in your feed, you have your own algorithm. And what you allow into your energy by what you hear, by what you see, by what you involve yourself in, by what you allow yourself to be around, the different energies, the different environments, all of these things that you're consuming, you become, right? So if you have a lot of negativity around you, that's eventually what you will, become, because that's what you see on a daily. But when you have a lot of positive influences and experiences around you, that's more of what you will attract. Because we all emit a frequency, right? We're all constantly emitting a frequency. And that frequency attracts back to us, things that are in the same frequency. So it's kind of like, like a radio tower. When you tune into a certain radio station, either it comes in clear because you're tuned in, or you're in alignment, or, it's fuzzy and you can't quite receive the station, So you're always tuning into these different frequencies. So either you can tune into these lower vibrational frequencies and attract those experiences and people and situations into your life, or you can emit a higher frequency and attract those people and experiences into your life, right? So all of that depends on our thoughts, our feelings, and our emotions. And all of those things are affected by what we consume, right, on a daily basis. So if you're consuming a lot of junk, a lot of garbage, just like with food, your body's not going to be healthy when you're consuming a lot of garbage items, right? So if you're consuming a lot of garbage content, a lot of things that are negative on a daily basis, that doesn't give you like a high frequency, a high vibration, because these are a lot of things that are negative and lower vibrational, right? So think about even when you watch a horror movie, right? Afterwards, you're scared, you're flipping on all the lights, you're going through the house, you're watching over your shoulder, things like that. It can give you that negative feeling. And then on the other hand, like you have movies like Fast and Furious that I went to see in high school with my older brother. And we came out of there and we're like wanting to race and do all kind of stuff. Like we were hyped up. So, what you consume affects your feelings, and that affects your frequency, and that affects what you align with, and what you attract to yourself, what kind of people and experiences you attract. So if you want a better outcome and a better experience, you have to fine tune your own algorithm. So be careful what you consume. Thank you for tuning in. Much blessings to you. See you soon.